Welcome to my negotiation superpower presentation, How to Boldly Ask for More. I'm here to talk negotiation superpower, how to boldly ask for more. And before I give you the framework and practical tools, I want to begin with a story that shaped me into the woman that I am today. My negotiation superpower wasn't born in a boardroom. It was forged in the life and legacy of my late mother, Linda Liu. My mother endured trauma most people can't even imagine. As a teenager, she was taken advantage of in a way that resulted in her giving birth to a daughter that was later taken from her who cannot be found today. Later, I personally watched her walk away from a real estate empire to avoid and survive a abusive husband. And yet she raised my sister and me as a single mother, working 2 and 3 jobs, always looking like $1 million while doing it. She shielded us from the pain of her trauma. She was brave, courageous, and resilient. Watching her taught me something priceless: how to survive with dignity, courage, and boldness. She always found a way to demand fairness, to stand tall, and to ask life for more. That was her superpower, and it became mine. So when I talk about boldly asking for more, I'm not just talking about salaries or contracts. I'm talking about the courage to stand in your worth and to claim what is already yours. At Miss Camay International, everything I do is grounded in 3 words: educate, inspire, empower. And today I want to educate you with my single step negotiation framework, easy to remember, with one word: bold and strong. So get ready to take notes. Let's get into it. The BOLD framework: believe in your value. If you don't believe in your value, nobody else will. I know what it's like to be bullied in the workplace, treated unfairly, silenced, demeaned, but belief in my own value kept me from shrinking. Well into my paralegal career, an attorney told me I was a horrible paralegal and didn't have the experience I claimed to have. Imagine that, hearing that after pouring yourself into your career. But here's the truth. Other attorneys told me that I was the best paralegal they've ever worked with. And that taught me one thing: you cannot allow one person's subjective judgment define your value. Oh, organize your ask. Negotiation is not chaos, it's structure, it's clarity. I know what it feels like to lose everything. I've been homeless, not once, not twice, but 3 times in my adult life. And in those moments, I learned how to organize every ask, every opportunity, every resource. Survival itself became a negotiation. Later in my legal career, I curated an ethics CLE that educated attorneys about civility in the workplace. And let me tell you, paralegals don't do that, but I did, because I organized my expertise into something even lawyers came to learn from. L, lead with confidence. You set the tone in every negotiation. I was once wrongfully terminated by a bullying boss. I could have folded. I could have stayed silent. Instead, I led with confidence. And here's what shocks people: I refused to settle. I negotiated. I walked away with a 6-figure settlement because I stayed calm, clear, and factual. Leadership in negotiation doesn't always come with a title. It comes with composure. D, direct the dialogue. Negotiation isn't just making your case, it's guiding the conversation. When I became a national lifetime holder in plus-size pageantry, not everyone clapped. Some people hated that I even dared to compete, but I directed the dialogue by how I showed up, unapologetic, confident, and crowned in my truth. And that's negotiation. Steering the conversation when others want you to shut down. When I stepped out to build my own consulting business, I was told you can't call yourself a paralegal unless you're working under the supervision of an attorney. Instead of letting them direct my dialogue, I tapped into my own power. And today I own Miss Camay International, a thriving consulting business built from the very career they tried to diminish. Now let's shift to the inspire mindset. Education gives you tools, but inspiration gives you courage. So I want to leave you with another framework that's not just about negotiation, it's about how you show up in life and reminds us how to be strong. So get ready to take notes. We're going to get right into the strong framework. S, stand in your story. Your past isn't something to hide, it's your credential. I survived being bullied, homelessness, and loss. And instead of running from those stories, I stand in them because my story is my strength. T, turn pain into power. I was wrongfully terminated once, and instead of collapsing, I turned that pain into a 6-figure settlement. You can either, your pain can either paralyze you or power you forward. You get to choose. R, refuse to shrink. When people hated on me as the plus-size pageant competitor, I refused to shrink, literally and figuratively. Confidence is not arrogance, it's survival. Don't dim your light because others are uncomfortable in your presence. O, own your worth. Never discount yourself. You're not clearance merchandise. You set your price, you determine your boundaries. The world pays attention to people who know their worth. N, negotiate without apology. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. Don't say sorry for asking. There is nothing sorry about you. Whether it's a raise, a fee, or your peace of mind, you deserve to ask for it boldly. G, grow forward. Every stumble, every loss, every lesson is fuel for growth. Don't just bounce back, bounce forward. Growth is the real glow up. So now I want to pull all of this framework together and pull it into action. And I want to empower you. Now it's time for you to write down one bold ask that you will make in the next 30 days. It could be money, opportunity, recognition, or even boundaries. Just one bold ask. Hold it in your hands. That's your bold in action. That's your strong in motion. So when I say negotiation superpower, I'm talking about the sacred art of standing in your story and saying, I will not negotiate my worth. I will not lower my ask. I will boldly claim the throne that was assigned to me. I've shown you today how to be bold in negotiation and strong in life. You now have the frameworks. You've written down your bold ask. So walk out of this presentation today and carry that degree with you. Say it with me. I am bolder. I am stronger. And I will ask for more. That's your negotiation superpower, you guys. Take it, use it, and transform your world. Thank you so much for joining me today for this short presentation on how to be bolder, stronger. Thank you so much for watching.